Hello friends, welcome to our channel Caiib by Kraken. Right. So in this sessions we are going to discuss the retail banking. Very important topics we are going to discuss. You can expect more case studies on these topics. Right. So we'll cover the important topics so that it will help you in the exams. Right. So try to cover all those things. Here we are just focusing on the important points regarding the questions. So in this video we are going to discuss the product development process. Right. One, we are just expecting in the exams also repeatedly these are case studies. You can have the case studies of 5 marks in the exams, right? So these are the stages of product development process: introduction, growth, development, saturation, decline and maturity, right? So in the case of development stages, in the development stage the product goes through testing and prototype is developed. In the development process, what in the case of product, we are just need to have that which product we want to. There are some questions the businessman should ask, right? Which product they want to produce. There will be some testing, there will be some prototype will be developed, right? And how they will choose the product according to the customer's needs, right? So they need some consumer market research, customer needs and wants. As per the customer needs, they will produce their products accordingly, otherwise they will face huge loss. So if the product is deemed commercially viable, then after the market research, if the it is tick mark, if the commercial is viable, then the product may be put into the mass production. Mass production means they will produce more and more, right? The production quantity will be very high, right? And it will be launched, right? So it is important to remember at this stage expenditure of the company is very high. So in the development stage, expenditure it is very high and income will be less received, as there is zero sales. Why income is less? Because in this stage they are developing new products, right? So sales is completely zero, that's why income is less and expenditure is high, because they have to put the bring or buy the raw materials, they have to pay the labor charges, all those things, right? So this is the development stage. You can see that these are the characteristics: income is less, expenditure is high and sale is zero. This is the first stage of the product cycle lifespan. So next हम देख सकते हैं introduction means this is the stage in which new product is first made to available to the market. So in this stage the product will be launched and it will be made available to the market, right? Then in the introduction stage, what are the characteristics? Here customers are few. These are the characteristics. Customers are few, competition is less. It depends. If your product, if you are launching in the competitive market, then the competition will be very high. If you are putting the same products, like in the if you see nowadays in the telecom, today now Jio is there and Airtel is there, right? If you are putting, when initially Jio was launched, they have the competition from the Airtel, who has the huge customer base. But in that case, your product viability will depends. So in that case, the competition, initially you face competition also. If your product is something new, then competition will be less, right? It depends. You need to analyze the questions, as per that you can answer. So sales, initially in all cases sales will be low, risk is high, because the risk is like customer will accept or not, and whether it will fill the expectation level of the customers. And one important thing, whether you are going to get profit margin, your profit margin will be high. So it depends. So that's why initially profit is also low or something like zero. So they have heavy distribution. What it requires to make all those characteristics to be in the positive, we need heavy distributions and promotional expenses. We need to promote our product more and more. We need to generate huge customer base, then only the product will be known to the customers and we will have the profits, right? And the how profits, then sale will increase, customer base will increase, and then profit will be increased, then income will be also increased, right? So the stage is full of risk and uncertainties, because anything can happen. It depends how the customer is accepting, right? So that's why customers are king. So customers are high due to the low level of outputs. Costs are very high. Technological problems may be occur in the production, may not have been solved, and a high there will be some technological issues may be there, so high profit margins are required to support the heavy promotion. So profit margin हमें भी चाहिए, because we need to there will be heavy promotion in this stage. So to face the promotion we need to invest more and more. So the product in the introduction stage requires high activity in case of production. So in the product introduction stage, the more important thing is promotion, right? This is should be more focused, then only the product will be known to the customers, right? So next is, what is the next is, if the product is popular with consumers, then the product is, if the product is accepted and popular in the consumers, the sale will start rise. Then in case of growth stage, the sale will be rise. It may be a rapid growth or a slower one, may be slow जा सकता है और बहुत ज़्यादा जोर से, depends on your product acceptance. Rapid growth that fall away just as quick as pets. So advertising is often still heavy at this point. So in this growth rate also advertisement is required, right? So rapid growth that fall away just as quick are pets. So in the case of maturity stage, what are the maturity stage? Once the product is well established and consumers are satisfied, then the product is widely accepted and growth slow down. Then product is accepted and then growth will be something slow down. Before long, however, a successful product in this phase will come under pressure from the competitors. Then if you are not accepting and changing with respect to the consumer needs, then your product will face decline, maturity, right? So in that case, there will be some pressures from the competitors. The producer will have to start spending again in order to defend the product's market position and introduce extension strategies. What is the extension strategies? Like nowadays in the market you need to extend, because every time there will be some competitors will have, and the expectation level of customers is something different every time. So you need to satisfy the expectation level of the customers, right? So you need to do extension. It may only be maturity stage where companies will receive a return on their original expenditure and investment due to the potentially high startup and development costs. So the Starship enterprise is the best it may only be the maturity stage where companies will receive a return on their original expenditure. So in the maturity stage, the companies they will get the capital whatever they have invested. Maybe if your sale is high, then you will get the return, right, due to the potentially high startup and developments, right? So next one will be like saturation. All the very end maturity stage. So जब maturity stage आपका ख़त्म हो जाएगा at the end where there is no further growth, अगर आपने extension नहीं किए, if you have not done extension of your product, then you will face there will be no further growth possible. Saturation occurs. This is referred to as saturation point. This is also called as saturation point, right? So you need to accept the different and changing needs. So we can say what is the saturation point. You can face the Nokia example. Nokia cell phone, they have the high growth rate, and once the customer changing and the competitors pressures, like others are having some smartphones within the 10K and they are giving more features. So in that case Nokia is unable to complete or fulfill the customer's expectation, because they are getting the same amount and more features in that same range. So that's why Nokia got in the saturation range, right? So next will be, there is no little advertisement this is when little or no advertisement is needed, sales are leveling off. So यहाँ पर आपका कोई भी advertisement करिएगा then फिर भी कुछ नहीं हो सकता. Then decline. Sooner or later sales fall due to changes in the consumer taste, new choices available from the competitor's product, so competition will be very high. That's why your sales will decline. Again, extension of strategies may be open to the company to keep the product alive. So here also, if you want, you can directly put some more investment and you can do extension. The product can be declined if there is no proper growth and latter which is discussed above. So this is the one about the product development processes. So let me discuss in a very short format product life cycle. This is very important. So in this you can expect 5 mark case study, right? So here the first stage is the introduction stage. When the product is introduced, the sale volume will be low, we have already discussed. Then next will be the growth. When the stage is the product life sale, the sales volume picks up, हो जाएगा. Then product is likely to break even, there will be break even point, start generating profits of the, then profit will be there. During this product, consumer awareness of the product will be more and will be also result in growth. So there will be consumer awareness in this stage. So in the third stage, maturity stage, there is more growth, sales volume peaks. So sale आपका peak stage में आ जाएगा. So here there is a wide customer base, there will be result maximization stages. So these are the thing we have already discussed. In the fourth stage, which is staleness or saturation stage, because of the competitor better product is available, so staleness creep, which will result in saturation of the sales, hence business profit stagnates, right? Profit will be constant or something low also, right? So customer develop a tendency of indifference to the product. So this will result in the final stage of the product. What are the final stage? That is a decline. So in this stage, the product becomes less attractive and the consumers, due to which results in drop in sales, the sale will be very less in the decline. And this stage is not, if not affected properly, will lead to a product death. अगर इस स्टेज में आपने proper identification or proper focus नहीं दिए, then your product will be completely dominant. So this can be avoided by fine tuning and value adding to the river. As we told, you need to do some extensions as per the customer needs. So we can see all those things with respect to a graph, right? So this is the graph. We can see this is introduction stage, this is growth, this is maturity, and here we will have saturation, and here we will have decline, right? So this is the, here we will have break even point. So this product life cycle, just important one, just try to remember: introduction, growth, maturity, saturation and decline, and before that development one will be there. So very important one with respect to the exams, right? We can expect one case study regarding this, because this has been asked more times, right? So till that point, if you like the video, subscribe and keep watching. Thanks for watching our videos. Thank you. And more importantly, just remember the characteristics, right? Thank you.